It's all the truth. So I'm glad I got to tell you how I feel next, you understand? Let's toast to this. Let's take oath to this. In time, I've had some friends, but this is where life begins. Let's roll up, let's roll one for us. There's nothing left to discuss. This is where we should be. All of my crew with me. And it feels so good to trust. Cause no one can fuck with us. And as long as we keep this trust, cause without you there is no us. This is love, real love from us. No one can fuck with us. And as long as we keep this trust, cause without you there is no us. This is love, real love. I've been through a lot of cliques, a lot of teams, a lot of shit been dragged out and been crossed over. I live cream, my mate hits, so my team supreme, they fucking with me. Heartfield is a movement, Hebrew is a nation. We kill it, we ain't just doing it, and we chemical with this bond shit. Stick together like an omelet, and my OGs on top of me, they say rain free but properly. We keep it hot like potpourri, but stay low key like a hockey league. Stay cooking on sun like Paula Dean. On blast, ain't no witness. Focus, we by our business, and we killing niggas that witness it. The game fucked up, we fixing it. My team like a pack full of pixie sticks, and living color, we living it. And after this right here, hey man, kill this shit. The whole world gon' feel this shit. Let's toast to this. Let's take oath to this. In time, I've had some friends, but this is where life begins. Let's roll up, let's roll one for us. There's nothing left to discuss. This is where we should be. All of my crew with me. And it feels so good to trust. Cause no one can fuck with us. And as long as we keep this trust, cause without you there is no us. This is love, real love from us. No one can fuck with us. And as long as we keep this trust, cause without you there is no us. This is love, real love.
You are now rocking on Black Radio Atlanta, home of $5 spin, number one station for independent artists.
Yo, it's your girl Big Show. When you tuned into the Truth Session, you don't get no realer than this. That's a motherfucking fact. Y'all know that, man. It's your girl Big Show on Black Radio Atlanta, man. We in here, bitch. The Truth Session. We got an amazing show for y'all tonight, man. I know y'all miss me. Man. I miss y'all too. Look, man, it's suicide prevention. Suicide awareness month, of course. Of course, we talk suicide prevention and suicide awareness. And so we're going to have my fam, Mr. Wendell Fields, in the building tonight, going down in a major way. So I hope y'all stay tuned for that, man. Tell a friend that this is where it's at. And look, man, we're going to be right here. I got some music and everything coming up for y'all, man. I'm going to tell y'all about my vacay. I know y'all miss me. I've been gone for 2 weeks, but I'm back like I never left. And so I hope y'all are ready. Y'all ready. We're going to get into a little bit of this music, man. I got some new shit. I got some old shit, man. We got some hot shit, man. Y'all already know what it is. On Black Radio Atlanta.
Loving you just comes natural to me. Like, I didn't have to think about it. Like, it's like second nature. You get what I'm saying? Like, just as much as I breathe every day, that's how I love you. Just yeah, love is like that's
girl, you got me. I like you a drug. I can't get enough. Feeling this buzz.
Wanna slide with you?
Girl, you got me. I like you a drug. Feeling my stuff. What is this love?
I'm so high on you.
Girl, you got me high, I cannot lie. I just can't wait till we slide. It's gonna be you at 9. Use a natural high. I see you make every them guys just tell me what's up, I'm about to push up. Stay sexy as fuck, and I'm living it done. Cause you handle your stuff, give you ain't nothing but love. You must be a Scorpio, cause you a freak. I like the way you do it, cause you breathe with you petite. Very educated, but you seasoned to the street. Got your own shit, but you stay up on the bed. And now I'm doing nothing with the energy. And I'm starting to believe that you the remedy. If I knew you back when you would've been with me. Like MK, you probably would've finished me. Yeah, much I confess. I like the way you look in some heels in the dress. When you keep the G, get some jeans in the cap. On the couple steps back, I like to watch you from the back. Girl, you strapped, and that's just me, I'm bragging. Let me help you drag that wagon. What you doing later on, I'm asking. I've had a couple drinks in the end with a crashing.
I love the person that you are and the support that you give me and the beautiful art that you Oh, that's nice. Don't make me cry, okay?
Girl, you got me. I like you a drug. I can't get enough. Feeling this buzz.
Wanna slide with you.
Girl, you got me. I like you a drug. Feeling my stuff. What is this love?
I'm so high on you.
I don't even know what I'ma do with you. Sometimes I even wish that it was to you. So you can go to work and be a me too. Do the perfect everything like me. Basically what I'm saying is I see you. About to go ahead and copy the cool too. So you can sit back and laugh at all these new trees. Trying to be around us and get a status boost. I'm probably fucking with you for the long run. I don't know what you're looking for. I just know you found one. I'm the only one that's drinking from the fountain. You're the only one that's climbing up this mountain. There's a lot of ladies that wish they was you. But it ain't anyone you come second to. You the only one trying to stand next to. Girl, you blessed mama should have named you at you. Yeah, I really love it when you're back at me. You used to be a track star, you were athlete. Swear you got the same bodies of the decathlete. Just know, ain't nobody coming after me. You and me equals us is based math. You can have a real quick acid. And when she kissing me, she do it passionately. Now I can't wait to dive up in the deep sea.
Can't put into words. Shut up.
Everything back to is a special part.
This girl that died shit since I first came out. No nigga be capping on like they be thinking this shit like sweet cause I be singing this shit. Rapping to the latest, but I really do this shit. I had to run it up. She had me up like a lunch meal. I told that bitch you another one. You ain't this special, you better one. All of my lost to be listen. Shit, I can walk with the best one. Do I be walking with essence? Down from the south with some legend. I get you up and I'm checking them. Come here. I'm on the road with some killers. I lied to my mama, I told the security. Back on the block cause it feels familiar. I won't keep on telling, stay out of the trenches. Keep up the time cause they know I be busy. Ask him a time, he gon' say it's to me. I know you be peeping emotion. This ain't no drip, I'm too deep in the ocean. This ain't no code. Shit, I just been heating up the motor. The shit I be rapping get verified. I know some niggas on IG got fair time. Yeah, they got fake time. Tell me you nigga be flexing, you really ain't about it. I heard through the grapevine. You owe me some money, you know how this shit gotta go. I can't go out, I know how. Early the one on the dapper dog. I can't be treated like average. You ain't the niggas on the cash. I can't be treated like average. Give me that bitch, I can make a bell. Work a little move, I put love in the chest. I'm not like the boy who be rapping. No one the best of the best. I'm out my damn get tested. You gotta know who to trust. I can't be treated like average. You ain't the niggas on the cash. I can't be treated like average. Give me that bitch, I can make a bell. Work a little move, I put love in the chest. I'm not like the boy who be rapping. I'm the best of the best. I love my damn get tested. You gotta know who to trust. It ain't my fault I was chosen by God. Ain't never son. I done came on to the pop of my pimpin'. I done put more niggas on. I was way more than give. I done made some mistakes, but I double that nigga. I can't be treated like average. You ain't the news on the cash. I can't be treated like average. Give me that bitch, I can make a bell. Work a little move, I put love in the chest. I'm not like the boy who be rapping. You ain't the best of the best. Even my diamond get tested. You gotta know who to trust. I can't be treated like average. Who ain't the news on the cash? I can't be treated like average. Give me that bitch, I can make a bell. Work a little move, I put love in the chest. I'm I'm not like them boys who be rapping. You know the best of the best.
Hold up,
Even
though.
my diamond get chest. Check out and love you the trap. Not for real. Yeah,
I
I'm on the way.
can't treat it like average.
Bitch, step on the way. Videos on the way. Yo,
Your
home
bitch
on
on
the
the
way.
way.
Money on the way. Yeah. Holla.
Yo, well, y'all already know what the fuck going on, man. We right here. We back, man. It's been like 2 weeks, but we back in this motherfucker live. Nah, on some real shit though. Man, we got a special show lined up for y'all, man. Suicide Awareness Month, and so we definitely want to make sure that we stay in touch with the people. You know, we want to make sure that we're doing our part of making sure that everybody is in high spirits and and motivated and inspired to get out here and do and be great or whatnot. I know there's a lot of different things that has happened over the last couple of years that really kind of brought people down, and there's a lot of things that came through to bring us down and to change our mood and to change our mind and our thought process about everything. And a lot of I think the intent was probably a negative one, but the outcome was so far from it because I mean, in our people we lifted ourselves up and we opened businesses and like we're continuing to thrive with those businesses. So many people didn't go back to a regular 9 to 5 after all that COVID stuff and then we got hit with all the other stuff that came after that. And so, while we know a lot of people thrived and they came out on the brighter side of COVID. I know it was a lot of people who had a lot of difficulties and a lot of issues dealing with, just being alone and transitioning even afterwards. And, a lot of things that affected a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And so when it comes to, feeling sad and depressed and just not in the greatest of spirits, man. Of course, things like bills and your family and people close to you passing away and things like that, man, that should take a toll on everybody. Not to mention all the regular day-to-day life things that happen during those times too, because regular life was still going on. And so, we just want to make sure that we're conscious of how we treat people and the things that we say to people. We don't know what they've gone through throughout their day. And so if we just have a conscious mind to be better, and not do it for others. I mean, do it for others, yes, but do it for yourself too. At the end of the day, because you just never know how your energy can affect other people. You feel me? So with that being said, you already know what's going on tonight, man. I have my guy Wendell Fields in the building once again, holding it down for us, talking about some things that helped him get over his suicidal thinking, things that helped him get over his depression, and a lot of the tools and things like that help him continue on his journey. And so of course we look forward to that, absolutely. And so tell a friend that we're right here. We are on YouTube now because Facebook and Restream and all these other apps, man. I don't know. I just don't have the patience or the time anymore. So, look, we're on YouTube. Tell a friend that we're right here on YouTube, and we live, man. So what's going down right here, man? I got some more music for y'all. And when we come back, we'll talk about my vacation. Okay.
Show me what you got for me. I can be everything you need. I'll make you beg and please. Say the word like 1, 2, 3. I'ma climb on top. I'ma rock your spot. We gon' flip around. I'ma pay you down. I'ma pay you down. Yeah. I'ma pay you down. Touching your body so gently, fucking so good they all envy. Been on my mind pretty heavy, yeah. Little scissors are they ready, showing me you wanna study. All the inches of my body got me feeling really nutty. I'ma climb on top, I'ma rock your spot. We gon' flip around, I'ma pin you down. I'ma pin you down. I'ma pin you down. I can be a lady in the street, or I can be a freak in the sheets. 7 different acts of the week. Tell me what you want and what you need. And make it so and show me you want it. I get to feeling when you get to calling. You tell me, baby, come fuck me right now. I tell you, baby, we're when we're right now. I'ma climb on top, I'ma rock your spot. We gon' flip around, I'ma pin you down. I'ma pin you down. I'ma pin you down. Pulling your hair when you moan, biting your lip while you groan. That got me losing control now. Baby, come fuck me some more. Bend me over, got me screaming for more. 1, 2, 3, 4, now we down on the floor. Come beat it up and show me it's all yours. Show me it's all yours. I'ma climb on top, I'ma rock your spot. We gon' flip around, I'ma pin you down. I'ma pin you down. I'ma pin you down.
This is on me. I had to say grace. Yeah. It's time to say grace. I had to hunt for the mill just to play it. I'm glad that I made it. All of these blessings on me. You would think that I'm his favorite. I had to say grace. I had to stay silent and hold my position. Them niggas will listen. They claim that they couldn't see the picture, but now that my future's so vivid, I had to say, did right ain't reputation. Had to learn that the hard way. Trapping with a 9 to 5, most of my time spent in the hallway. Fuck niggas said to cut them off. Couldn't abuse my process. I caught them knocking on the access. I cut the actual off the access. I put the plan in motion even when they thought I was joking. Had to provoke them by action and shit that was spoken. They instead just off for the battle. That pussy wasn't golden. Had to stay down, I was focused. Don't let their ways control me. I had to keep rolling. Now they put it like they owe me. I had to close them off so my blessing keep blowing out. That would have made it without sin. The lady I paid made for me. I'm thinking command ain't even high enough. But we gon' catch a signal until they lift us up. I had to find a preacher that could reach us. Yo, boys, certain preachers and the geekers. My preachers was beats and speakers. Oh my God, bless. I had to hunt for the meal just to play it. I'm glad that I made it. All of these blessings on me. You would think that I'm his favorite. I had to say it. Grace. I had to stay silent and hold my position. Them niggas won't listen. I'm glad that they can see the picture, but now that my future's so vivid, I had to say, never fold up. What's a hold up? Jumping over hurdles, get close. Serve the game to get the most up, and never say so for exposure. Should I spit that shit? They try to sell you. I had to learn the game, nigga, to tell you. That's right, along just won't cut it. Not without a video budget. Some quit, they said fuck it. I'm like 2 peas in a bucket. Got bags get laughed at in public, but I won't blame you, know when I find you. I see you, but I ain't trying to change you. I just had to get the funeral arranged move. Had to tell cuz everything seemed cool. Came out a little look what the rain do. See me now, couldn't find out what I can't do. Left me out to dry, see what the rain do. Ready to do hard times, look what the pain do. I was born to shine for what the pain do. Got the eye of a window, watch how the game move. Said he black and pretended could've remained cool. I left you to build the block was ran through. Couldn't leave with misery, what it been ran through. Talking 5 questions, fruits can't prove. Judge a man about what a man stand through. Never what he said, what he handled. I demand no command, no channel. Sacrifice, my life's a science, but all I ask is guidance. No, I don't wear tape and wire. I tape the lion, then replace the liners. Unless I had to hunt for the meal just to play it. I'm glad that I made it. All of these blessings on me. You would think that I'm his favorite. I had to say it. Grace. I had to stay silent and hold my position. Them niggas won't listen. I'm glad that they see the picture, but now that my future's so vivid, I had to say.
Yo, it's your girl Big Show. When you tuned into the Truth Session, you don't get no realer than this.
Ain't no film, nothing got real, baby. They feel I'm real. I was in the field, baby. Left got real crazy. Almost couldn't deal crazy. Never ever wanna let you haters get the best of me. Well, talked about an already giving up for me. Swear to God, pockets got so strong, took the best of me. Had to whip it till my wrist was long to get the recipe. Far justified, been wasted in the fire, but I'm here, I'm alive. So you didn't give up on the real work. I'ma make you niggas feel me. Swear that shit'll put your morals to the test. No happiness, time to get my shit in check. Show I keep up a real one. Show I keep up a real one. Show they didn't see that your girl's a diamond. We're than just sweet, I'm just down to vibe on it. Y'all didn't see, should've took your time on it. Force me to survive. Far justified. Been waist deep in the fire, but I'm here, I'm alive. So you didn't keep up on the real one. I'ma make you niggas feel me. Swear this shit'll put your morals to the test. No happiness, time to get my shit in check. Show me keep up a real one. Show me keep up a real one. So you didn't give up on the real one.
Crossing my ways.
So you didn't give up on the real one.
I was in the field, baby.
I was in the field. So you didn't give up on the real one.
You are now rocking on Blast Radio Atlanta, home of the $5 spin and your #1 station for independent artists.
Miss Primrose. Yeah.
Game, black.
Feels like we got that sauce on that rose. We been twisting that smoke. Shades on, with your shades on. There's nothing under my roof. I just wanna be yours.
See where you like?
Don't fuck around, just hold it down and we can get to this. Yeah.
Had to make it me.
You got that sauce on that rose. Sauce on that
I know
rose.
that's yeah. Oh, yeah.
When we twist, that sounds on the rose. Sounds on the rose. See what I'm spitting now for children, come and get your kids. But if you want it, you can listen, come and vibe to this. Tripping on us in the rose. Same as you looking on your toes. Man, if I open up my legs and sing a show, it's a lane off. Man, but you got a rose to sing. If you tripping, I'm a hoe.
Yeah.
When that sounds so dope and I roll.
Very well.
All else fails.
I don't need a boy toy, cause that rose is hell. Smoking on that good. This Rose got that good. And if you got that good wood, we gon' be. We got that sauce on that rose. We been twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on, and nothing under my room. I just wanna be your home. Don't fuck around, just hold me down, now we can get to this. No, yeah. You got that sauce on the roof, sauce on the roof, yeah. We've been twisted, that sauce on the roof, sauce on the roof, yeah. Play with your mama, don't come out here tryna play with me. Boy, if you're tryna play, you boy, you gotta. This ain't no talk shit. I'm just talking shit. I ain't starting shit unless it's a business. So everybody put some work in. Let's get to business. Talking bubble baths and back rubs. Let me know. I'm trying to fuck around, baby, hold me down. So I'm trying to get to this. Oh. Said I'm trying to get to this, oh. That's why get this pussy while I smoke. Boy, you about to get so. Might just get a little throat. No, I'm trying to get stroked. You better come with that smoke. We got that sauce on we been twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on, and nothing under my room. I just wanna be your home. Don't fuck around, just hold it down. Now we can get to this. No, yeah. You got that sauce on the roof, that sauce on the roof. We be twisted, that sauce on the roof, sauce on the roof, sauce on the roof. We be twisting that smoke, J's on with your shades on, and nothing under my roof. I just wanna be.
Yo, it's your girl Big Show. When you tuned into the Truth Session, you don't get no realer than this. Big old facts. It don't get no realer than this, man. The girl Big Show, man. I'm in the building, man. My family, Wendell Bills. Checked in with us, talk about some wonderful things. So keep our people, you know what I'm saying, collected and composed, and it'll help. We hope it helps. We hope it helps. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We definitely hope it helps. In most cases, it does. Absolutely. In most cases, it does. You get your special cases every now and again.
Yeah.
But man, Wendell, how you been? What's been up with you?
This is your boy.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
This is your boy, Uncle Dale, talking to you. How you doing this evening? The show is in the house, y'all. What you say?
Okay. We lit. We turned.
Girl, you're not looking lit. You're looking, you're looking sort of down today.
I'm not down, but my car is down, and that got me feeling down. So my baby Thor, she a little sick. So yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Shit happens.
You silly.
It does. It's like, what was really crazy to me is like I've been gone for 2 weeks, right?
Okay,
and I'm like, so how I've been gone for 2 weeks, the car just been sitting, and I come back and it's broke. That's crazy, man.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks.
I was gone 2 weeks, man. Come back. I go somewhere, I come back, and the car is just doing what it want to do. But don't get me wrong. You know how us black women is. I knew something was wrong with it. I already had the parts and everything. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
Yeah.
I digress. Anywho, I told these nice fine folks that I was gonna tell them about my week. I'll do that while you gather yourself, and you get
Tell
comfy
them
over
now,
there.
tell them, because you need to get it
So
out. You need to get it
yeah, well,
out.
you know what? My 2 weeks was actually quite relaxing. It was fun. I took some PTO days from work just to go on a vacation, a money making vacation at that. So I was driving across the East Coast, no, the West Coast. The East Coast. Riding along the East Coast.
Get it right now. Get it right.
Right, riding along the East Coast. Just enjoying all the different parks and all the scenery and everything like that. And so it was really, really awesome. I got to see a lot of New York and New Jersey and Virginia. So that was very relaxing. It was cool. But then I came home and my baby was coughing. She was right. She was like, yeah, man, it's a cold world out here, man. Hey, look, man, you can't be in Atlanta without a car though. So that's one thing that is for sure. I mean, in my opinion, I know a lot of strippers who don't have cars, but that's a whole other story. But personally, I believe that you cannot be at the Atlanta metro area without a car. Like, it's just things that have to be done, and you got to be able to get around and do them. And you know what's crazy? Like, when my car was working, I'd be at home.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even think of nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, car broke. I got a million places that I need to go, and a million things that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be hanging out with Lil Junior this weekend.
Not Lil Junior.
Not Lil Junior, Low Junior. Shawty Low Junior.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No, not Lil Junior. We ain't hang around with no Lils, okay? I ain't got no time for that. Nah. Well, man, so many things going on. We got the Revolt Summit coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
We got the BET Hip Hop Awards coming up the following weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Look, man, them give us the BET experience, man. So we just hopping around and so many wonderful things that's coming up. So y'all definitely stay tuned, man. Keep your ears to the streets. Atlanta is the new Hollywood is what they say. And so everything is happening right here, man. You want to be a star? Don't move here. We full, goddamn it. And that's coming from a motherfucker that moved their ass down here. Okay? Look, we ain't got no room, ain't no space, goddamn. I hear Texas is nice. Everybody's going to Texas now. Y'all should go to Texas. Yeah, that's where everybody going now. This is the year of going to Texas, man. Look, I'm not going to Texas, but y'all can go. Everybody else done went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've been down to Texas. I've been down to Dallas. Been doing that since I was a child. But see, family tends to move, and they move way out there near Taylor. And so the brother man can't just hop on. Yeah. I had to slow my roll and all of that good stuff.
Same swerve don't happen over there. That same swerve don't happen when we start moving around, bro. I was in Poughkeepsie. Yeah, exactly. Poughkeepsie, New York. Okay.
Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, Poughkeepsie. And so yeah, man, shit don't really swerve. So swerve like that up there. No. But on the real, I mean, we're here on a very serious matter. Of course, and it's always good so that we get to laugh and enjoy one another. But the cause for the night is, of course, this suicide awareness.
Yeah, it's that week. Oh no, it's
that month. Yeah,
it's that month of suicide prevention and awareness, and it's recovery month also.
Okay.
So the brother man has been, I tell you, I'm sweating right now. Woo, God dog, the bald head is gleaming.
Hair ran away.
Look, you all, it's been interesting these last 2, 3, 8 days. I mean, The brother man's son. The brother man's son. You know about the brother man's son?
He's a survivor.
But man, let me tell you. All right, for you all that don't know, when it comes to like suicide and stuff, do you know that the second leading cause of death in ages 10 to 34 is suicide? Ages 10 to 34. And I got to experience that recently because my son, he had a terrible accident. He was weightlifting and he was doing squats and he was near the Smith machine, and that joker went up, came down, went up, came down, and that third push, he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, and that thing landed on his back, broke his vertebrae in two places, the L1 and L2. Now, in that, he had to have emergency surgery and everything. And as they finished up with the surgery and everything, and he started healing and recovering, he had to do a lot of exercises, rehabilitation. And one night, that joker said, "Dad, I'm in so much pain. I don't want to be here anymore." And I started boo-hooing. He started boo-hooing because the pain was too much for him at that time. He said, I'd rather not be here then. And we in Scottish Rite, and shout out to Scottish Rite. Y'all did it right. I'm telling you, they did it right. I had to sit there at 3 o'clock in the morning with my son and holding his hand, crying with him, and saying, "Just hold on a little while longer, son. Just hold on a little while," because at that time he had to wait until he get the next dose of medication. And you all, from 3 all the way until 5, he was going through, but yet afterwards he said, "Thank you, Dad, for being right there with me to help me to get through this." Sometimes we need someone or a group of people to just be there.
Yeah.
With this suicide mindset, it's sort of like people wonder why we talk about this, why we are all into suicide prevention and everything. So people just think that, oh, it's in the United States that this thing is high, this rate is high. And it's like, no, this thing is high in the world. 10th. It's one of the 1 through 10 highest things that people are dying from, and that's take their own life.
Wow.
And so that's in the world. And there's different means, there's different strokes, there's different folks, but yet it's still prevalent in the world and in the United States. And I just want to go over some other numbers here in Georgia. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
When we look at it in Georgia, it's the 10th leading cause of death. All right. As I mentioned before, it's the second leading cause of death for people in ages 10 to 38. It's the fourth leading cause of death for those people 35 to 54. It is the 10th leading cause for ages 55 to 64. And it's the 17th leading cause of death for ages 65 and above. So that equals, on average, one person dies by suicide every 6 hours in this state.
Wow.
And guess what? Y'all, African American men and women and young men and young women, y'all think y'all excluded from this? Let me tell you, I checked it. I looked into Cobb County. The Cobb County suicide rate is going up.
Mm.
And I know, it's African Americans in good old DeKalb, but look at Atlanta, look at Fulton, look at Gwinnett, look at Cobb, look at Newton, look at Rockdale, look at all these other places. The rate is going higher, and it's just not for black people.
So everybody, man, it's so many things that people have to deal with on a daily basis. From just, I don't know where they gonna sleep that night sometimes, or where their next meal gonna come from. Man, the eviction rate in Georgia is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
won't go to court till 3, 4, and 5 months from whenever it's filed against you. Like they so backed up and stuff like that. So you gotta think like the mentality of people with everything that has happened over these last couple of years. You know, people losing their loved ones, and all that social anxiety from being locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From being around people for so long, and I mean, it's just so many. It's so many different things, and so yeah, it is a lot to deal with, especially for someone who may not have a stronger mindset or whatnot. I got a good friend who suffers from depression, and I was really worried about her not too long ago because she was saying like the same things, that like she didn't want to be here or whatever like that. And hers, for the most part, stemmed from loneliness. It was from her being alone. You know, she was raised around her brothers or sisters. They all lived together, like coming up or whatever. She had finally got like her own place away from them, and it didn't work for her. She tried getting a dog. That didn't work. You know, it didn't work out for her or whatever like that. And she called me like she told me like, I don't want to be here anymore. But fortunately, she moved back home closer to family and or whatever like that. And so that ended up being better for her. But loneliness.
Can you believe that, man?
Yeah, that was wild. And and then it's crazy because that the average person would think like, oh, just
Go do
you're
something.
right, whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. Go find some friends. Go get a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. I don't know. Go. You know what I'm saying? Just go do something. But it's really not as easy as that. And then and like having friends and people around that who deal with things like that, it really broadens your mind, and it help you come to a better understanding of what they go through and how they feel and stuff like that. Like, cause I was one of them people who be thinking like, oh man, just go. Why don't you call a friend or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, hit me up. I'll come over. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not as easy as that. It's really not.
When it comes to depression, now you got to understand that there's a biological thing that's going on. And how that, for me, I can talk about me. I can't talk about everybody else, but for me, I found out that my serotonin level was low, and in that, it messes with my mood, and it causes me to be unfocused, and it causes me not to be able to concentrate because the feelings are so intense that it paralyzes me. And so depression, and with that serotonin level, I ended up learning this because, ladies and gentlemen, you got to go get checked out. Those annual checkups, you need them because it gives you a choice about what you want to do about your situation. Now, if you ignore it, that thing gonna come up on you and it's gonna take you out.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, I went, and man, all I can tell you is that now this happened in 2008. It was a lot of stuff that was going on in my life at that time. And everything was just bad because I never seen it this bad. I never heard it this bad. I never felt it this bad. And it was a decision that I had to make. And the decision I took was, I'm going to take my life. So in 2008, the brother man got up there. It was the last thing that broke my straw. and that was in arrears. In arrears broke it. And all I felt was that I was a human ATM machine to my son's mom. And she didn't see it that way. I did see it that way. And in that, I planned how to take my life. And in that, a train was coming. And the train was on my right, and I was driving my car. Now I'm not giving anybody no idea, so stop it. Stop even thinking it. I'm trying to tell you my story and what happened to me. And in that, ladies and gentlemen, all I can tell you is that my higher power stepped in because I was intending to die that day. And my higher power, as I'm driving towards the train, he says, "Your son, your son." And I say, "That's who I'm doing it for. He gonna get this insurance money. Everybody gonna be happy. And you won't have to worry about me no more." Got up there as I was driving towards the crossing part. I don't know if my car hit a bump, some got hit, and it turned to the left instead of turning to go over the tracks. And I went up an embankment, down, hit a pole, and I sat down. I cried like a baby for about an hour. And I said, "I need some help." Y'all, I went to go get help. And black folks and getting help.
Yeah, we ain't know that great at that.
No. We got our culture, and our culture says you just need to get some good religion on you, and you be good. Get some prayers in, and hey, I'm not knocking that, but that thing didn't work for me.
Right.
Okay, and it might not work for some of you because you have been so traumatized by some things that have gone on in the past. And now there's a thing called ACEs, and that's adverse childhood experiences. Now, in this case, ladies and gentlemen, not only was I bullied, but when you come out of your mom's womb and you're 2 pounds 10 ounces, that means I could fit in my hat from head to toe. So it took me a little while to percolate and get into form and everything. Well, in that, I got picked on because of my size, because of my weight. I weigh $150, and you don't get picked on the teams when you're looking that way.
No.
You can't make friends when you're looking that way.
No.
You can't do a whole lot of stuff, and that stuff traveled with me. And I made the C's, the D's, the E's, and the F's in school because I was really dumb. This is how they spoke over me. Your child is not going to be developmentally developed when he goes to school and all of that. So I'm believing all of this. So that's why my C's, D's, E's. I mean, my parents love me. Don't get me wrong. They love me a whole lot. But even in that, they couldn't be in my mind now.
All right.
You all, at the age of 4, I can remember I've been molested by men and by women. And that tore my world up. It tore it up because of the selfishness of a grown butt man and a grown butt woman. They took away my innocence. They took away all that I had that was plain, simple, and free. And they snatched that thing away from me. I thought the way to relate to people was to have sex with them. It's a lie, y'all. And it ends up that thing followed me, high school, even to a grown butt man. But I didn't tell nobody. I kept that stuff inside, and that stuff germinated. It grew, and it grew with those false expectations, those lies that I'm not good enough, that I'm too small. I can't do this. I can't do that. My esteem was low. And I got up there and when these other things, now I went to college. I went to skip. Yeah,
Okay, I
them
see.
Golden Tigers. Yeah, Tuskegee. But see, I didn't go there for school. I went there because I wanted to be liked. So party over here, party over there, weed over here, weed over there. Everybody doing it. Hey, now you see the man of the hour. Oh yeah, now that's me. But yet I failed and got kicked out of the school not once, not twice, 3 times on academic probation. Come on, man. All that money that my mom and dad spent. Man, I got home, I was out of it. How much time we got? Tell me how much time.
We got as much time as you like.
No, tell me.
No. Look, man, people texting me because they ain't got good sense. Because they know I'm working. You know what I'm saying? No, we got time. We got time. Let's chat.
But as we go on with the story, though, it builds up to why I tried to take my life. So I'm holding shame over my head. Okay. And here it is. Yeah, I did some great and wonderful things. Hey, I've been working with the state of Georgia for over now 30 years. Okay. And not only that, I got a good state job. Yeah. But yet I got married. Okay. Hey, 13 years.
Yeah.
But then also with the marriage, there came ministry. Okay. And with the ministry, you all, I became a youth pastor. So I'm working with everything is, heck, it's rocking, it's going well, it's doing. Man, I got elevated to being an assistant pastor over at another church. And because of a scandal that happened at that church, it blew it out the water. Hey, that marriage, 13 years, yeah, I got that divorce. Hey, you talking about that? I got written up so much on that job, it was pathetic. And so all this stuff is going on, you all. And so I'm feeling like the lowest of low. And then when it comes to me feeling and thinking that I can't see my son who was born at that, I mean, when I tried to take my life, he was 3. And I couldn't necessarily see him. So I was just like, what the use? I thought fatherhood would be my last escape. And I went on, and that's when that incident occurred. But I'm so happy that I stayed alive. You know why? Because of my resilience and getting help, my son is alive today. I was a good example for him about resiliency and doing the things that I needed to be done in order to stay alive.
Absolutely.
So when I was talking about being at his bedside, holding his hand, crying with him, and all that, what happened if I wasn't here to do that?
Yeah.
What happened if I wasn't here and he wouldn't be alive, not because of the accident, but because I wasn't there as a father for him? How many of us got that?
Not many.
And you all, maybe you're thinking like, well, that's not me. But somewhere in the way of life, some things happen to you.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it's okay to get help. Once again, our culture says we don't need it. They say that's the quote unquote white man thing to do. But it is black men that are psychologists, psychiatrists, coaches. I mean, they're out there to help us as a community with the issues that we're going through. They can relate to us because they want our cover.
Yep.
They know about discrimination. They know about racism. They know about being underpaid. They know about those triggers, those things that hurt. But guess what? But if you don't go get the help that's out there, You're going to keep on reliving and living that thing over and over again. And you all, I don't want that for you. Believe me, Uncle Dale don't want that for nobody. Let me give you some other things here. Can I?
Absolutely.
For every one person that decides to take their life by suicide, that act exposes that person to other people. About 135 people are affected. Now, out of that, there's 53 that it will disrupt their life short term. But then out of that, it's 25 people that have a major life disruption when you do that. And you know what? Out of that, 11 people have devastating effects from you taking your life. Six pack, if you were to do that, it'll hurt me because I feel like I should have. Just one person affects 135 people.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
So don't think that you don't mean anything, because you do. The skills, the abilities, the talents, this radio show that you got going on, it's touching people. It's touching people beyond what you ever could think or imagine.
Definitely no one believe that.
And you know, you're touching that 135 people. And because of you, it's touching those 135 people plus. You're on here for a reason. You have a voice. You hear me? Your voice. I was talking about this on Saturday, and it was a sound on Saturday. It was the sounds of support. That's what the activity was called. And it was for mental health, and it was for substance use and things of that nature. And you all, I said, sound. It's amazing how it travels through the air. But your ear is designed to pick up sound. And in that sound, it gives you direction. It gives you the ability to know what's in front of you, on the side, behind you. But yet, if you look at that thing, if you look at that thing and you look at your earlobe and all of that, it's a funnel. It's designed that way to catch that sound in those nooks and crannies and to hit that eardrum. I mean, it's specific.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, when you look at sound also, if you cover up one ear, you're disoriented because you can't figure out where the sound comes from. So you need two ears. There's many things that's in the world that has a lot of sound. If we go to a orchestra, and if that guy isn't there to conduct that quote unquote sound, it's
chaos.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
And so here it is. We got so much sounds coming into our ears. But it's one sound that attracts us. It gets us to a place where we want to be because we're focused. We're able to concentrate. And in that, ladies and gentlemen, there's so many sounds and voices that's out there that are here to help us. What is it going to take? What sound is it going to take for you? There's different sounds, but there's sounds out there that can assist and aid you to get to where you want to be and where you want to go. But it will always be a competition.
Absolutely.
We never heard it this bad. We never seen it this bad. We never felt it this bad. And here I am. And those thoughts and those feelings and those words keep going in our head and going in our head until we make a decision on which way we're going to go, because sound is important. You got resources out there that are different voices for you. You got places like GCAL, the Georgia Crisis and Access Line. They are 24/7 crisis intervention helpline or hotline, if you want to call it that. And they're available to you for your mental health, your substance use, and your developmental disabilities. And they're there 24/7. And make it so interesting, they'll give you resources. They will give you support. And in that, with all of that, you all, just give them a call. 1-800-715-4225, right? But yet, when you look at it, they got another part, which is the mobile crisis team, meaning that they'll go to wherever you're at to give you a face-to-face assessment to see if that loved one, if you need someone to talk to at the time, give you resources and support at the time, or if you need to go to the hospital. Oh, I said that word, didn't it? That scary butt word, huh? Hospital. But let me tell you something. The hospital is the best place that you can be, because you don't want to be in danger of hurting yourself, and you don't want to be in danger of hurting someone else. Yeah. That's the only time that we can step in. So if you need the help, go get the help, because our culture tells us we are weak. If we go and do this, we're going to shame our parents, our mom, dad, sister, brother, family, and the stigma of this thing. But man, how many people's lives are going to go because they didn't step up or we didn't step up? See, this is a serious thing now. Because as I told you, in DeKalb County, that rate is going up. And it's children who've been bullied, who've been talked about, who ain't doing good, who has chosen that lifestyle of using drugs and alcohol to get by. But either the environment, either you're born with it, or sometimes the drugs and the alcohol can affect and cause that mental health piece of it to come out. I don't want that for nobody.
True that.
And I'm like, I have spent my time now in getting certifications to help people, whether they black, white, green, purple. And one of them is QPR, question, refer, persuade. It teaches you how to question someone about, hey, you thinking about taking your life? And in that, we refer, we get the resources to you, who we can go to, who we can talk to, and then we persuade that person to go and get help. That's one training. Another one is called CALM, counseling on access to lethal means. So your guns, your pills, your knives, all the sharp stuff. We talk about how to do distance and time, because as that rush of feelings come to take one's life, if there's time and distance in between that, the person doesn't have the immediate access to the means to take their life, those feelings and thoughts generally go away. They calm down to a manageable type of thing. So I got that training. But then I got to work with the youth now. And so I learned and got trained in youth mental health first aid. It talks about how to help youth who are going through changes of life, And sometimes those changes in life for a teenager, an adolescent, are so much that they want to take their life. So I got training about how to handle that situation. And the last one that I'm really, really proud of, it is called Connect Postvention. What is that? It means that there are people who are suicide survivors and those people that have taken their lives. And I train people on where to go get that help, where to go to connect with that resource, that support. But also, I train people on how to remember a person where it's not a suicidal contagion and it's a copycat of what that person did to take their life. And so that's my recent one. And I'm so happy to get that. So I work with prevention, intervention, and postvention. And that's what it's all about because I don't want nobody to go through what I went through.
Yeah.
Now, hey, did I take medications? Yeah, I did. And the first time I took them, I was scared as I don't know what because everything felt loopy, you all. And I wasn't on the right medication. So I stopped taking it. But for 10 years, I was so depressed and anxious until a doctor.
Gave you Louise, hang on.
Yeah.
No.
But a doctor, he had a picture on the wall and it had two elephants going at it. And I looked at the doctor like, what is wrong with this doctor? Got these two elephants in this picture. What's going on with that? And so I asked, and I said, hey, doc, what's up? Why you got that picture up there? What's that supposed to mean? And he said, what do you see? I say, I see two elephants going in. He said, who does the elephants hurt? I say, themselves. He said, uh-huh. Who else are they hurting? I'm like, I don't know. He said, it's hurting the grass. Yeah, and? Well, who depends on the grass?
Cows. And anything else that's grazing. Mm-hmm.
But what about the ants?
Yeah, ants is protection. It's protecting the ants, yeah.
He said, that's why the picture is up there. And in that, I had an epiphany of me and my fear and me getting help and how they was clashing and everybody around me was getting affected by that thing. And I had to make a decision. So I tried the meds, loopy, left them alone. Tried therapy, and it was like the first Coming to America. And the lady who told the king's son, whatever you like, whatever you like. And that's what I felt like therapy was, whatever you like, whatever you like. And I left that thing alone. And for 10 years, I had to deal with that thing. And you all, I did something that I went back to. Remember I told you about that touching, that child. Yeah. I went to pornography. That's the quickest way to get rid of pain for me. Jack me up, man. The relationships was based on the fantasy that porn provided. You all. Yeah, I know.
Oh, excuse me.
I know I'm busting your bubble. I know that I'm making you sad, but I'm hopefully making you think.
Absolutely.
I can tell you this, though. With supporting people like Kevin Hines, gentleman jumped off the Golden State Bridge and survived the thing. But here's the thing. When he jumped off, immediately he regretted it and said, I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to live. But it was too late in midair. And he hit that water and he broke vertebrae. And he got up there and he's hurting and he's like, Allah, and something is hitting him that's causing him to go up and down in the water to breathe and all of that. And he thinks it's a shark. And he's like, when is this shark gonna take me out?
Eat me, yeah. Just eat me.
Right. But you know what it was? It was a sea lion that was bopping him up until the Coast Guard people came and got him. He shared that story, and here it is, him sharing that story and me hearing how he said, I don't want to die, I want to live, I want to live. That man saved my life because here I am thinking about taking my life. And I went up to him crying. And I said, man, you saved my life. And he said, what? I said, you saved my life. Can I get your name? Can I get your number, man? So we can talk. And I was like, yeah, but I chickened. And as people were coming in to talk to him, deep in the night.
You lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. But that joker showed up at my job. And I didn't know. And he said, I remember you. I said, I remember you too. and he's like, I said, you saved my life. He's like, but you never did tell me how. And I got ready to tell him. And you know why he was at the job?
Why?
Because he was filming about resources and supports that's out there to help people who are dealing with suicide. And he said to me, we're going to put you in this film so you can share with me how I helped you. Do you know that thing is worldwide and it has gotten over 9 awards and counting?
That's dope.
Worldwide.
That's dope.
And I'm in that. And it gave me some oomph. It gave me some.
So that was that like kind of at the beginning to your.
Yes, ma'am.
That's lit.
All because somebody shared their story. I'm sharing my story because I believe it'll help someone on this radio station and beyond. With him doing that, you all, yeah, I got exposure, this, that, and everything. But it gave me the courage to, even when my supervisor came to me and she said, Wendell, your performance is now and you're not looking so hot. What's going on? It gave me the courage to speak to her and be vulnerable. And with that, she said, I suffer from depression too and anxiety. And Wendell, it sounds like you got it too. She said, how about if we go to the doctor? This is not a workman's comp type stuff. And I was surprised about what she did. She listened to me she listened to me unconditionally, and she did not have any judgment for me. And in that, it helped me to be vulnerable to ask or get help. And in that, I said, no, I'll go on. She said, you better bring me a work excuse to make sure I went.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went. And I met this doctor by the name of Dr. Carl Thurman. I explained myself, why I was there, what was going on. And he did the same thing she did. He listened to me unconditionally and non-judgmentally. He let me get all of it out. I told him about my fears about medications. I told him about my fears of and anger with therapy. And he just listened. And he said, Mr. Fields, I really want to help you. But I can't do anything unless you allow me to.
Yeah.
And he got up there and I said, man, I need your help. He said, you know, there are medications that don't have the side effects that that particular medication has. That's new and that's proven. We can help you out. Can I help you out? And I said, yes, sir. And in that, that's when recovery started for me. It's been 5 years now, 5 years of recovery. I haven't drank alcohol in over 32 years, but it was a difference between being just clean and the other word is sober. When I'm in control, it makes a difference. That medication makes a difference. Me going to the gym now, it makes a difference. Me volunteering, it makes a difference. Me eating right because I got diabetes. I found out that messes with my mood.
Mhm.
I found out that if I don't sleep, I get cranky and all of that. But yet, I found out that I have sleep apnea. And so I have to take medication that helps me to sleep. But yet, I got a CPAP machine too. All these things and me being creative. That's the reason I talk about going to the gym. The gym helps me to be creative with my body. It's just not art, you know, it's not poetry, and it's just not.
My body is art.
but it's that thing about being creative and bringing it out and you doing something to your highest and to your best. Hey, got a book, been in a film. Hey, I have speaking engagements galore. But yet, one person, a friend of mine, was saying, don't go for the low hanging fruit. The low hanging fruit is that money. It'll get you when you want to buy, yes. But the most thing you can do is have an influence on people's lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the highest fruit.
Yes.
And that's how you use your radio
Absolutely.
to get the highest fruit, to influence people to understand, hey, a lifestyle, to understand life, how to celebrate life.
Absolutely.
So, you know, this thing is serious.
That it is. And look, man, your life is serious and it's important to us. And so we want to make sure that everybody is in tip top shape, you know, at the best capacity that they could be at. You know,
Yes.
we all have our days and our moments and everything. But, you know, it's important that if we have difficulties and we need any type of help, that, you know, we are open to receiving that help. And I mean, of course, y'all know that these resources is out there. Y'all can reach out to us, you know, on Blast Radio Atlanta. Y'all can check us out online on blastradioatlanta.com, of course. And then I know my fam about to drop us and hit us with some info, huh? That's what it looks like. Oh, you got it for us. I know we do.
Now we talked about training and all that, but some other things you can look at as far as help. As far as help, is NUMMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Okay, they have a plethora of supports for family that have to deal with individuals that might have a substance use, a mental health issue, or a developmental disability issue. Okay, you have them. You have sort of like walks, like the walk out of darkness. That is a walk that's coming up in good old Georgia in a couple of weeks, and it has to do with suicide prevention. And it's a walk that helps. That NUMMI Walks does that also to help with mental health issues. You got your www.afsp.org. That's the American Foundation on Suicide Prevention. And they can help you out also. For those vets, hey, you got the 22 Killed program. That's 22 veterans have died each by day. Okay, you got the veterans crisis line. You got other information of peers and taps. You want to get involved in Wounded Warriors Project, Combat Stress Recovery Program, and Given Our Program for vets. All these things can help the vets. They can help citizens. They can help civilians. They can help everybody with this thing. I just don't want nobody to feel that they're excluded because they're not. And it's a serious thing, but yet I'm so happy to be alive. Uncle Dale is here, and I want to help you. If you need that help, hey, I can give you my number. It's 404 618 3883.
Yeah, just know he a damn clown, okay? So you don't get plenty laughs, that's for sure, okay?
And guess what now?
What's that?
I have got a new. I am now a life coach, certified. Yes, I am.
Well, go you. So I got a question for you. If people who are interested in following in your footsteps, you know, people who are interested in also helping and aiding with prevention and awareness and all those wonderful things. But where, like, how do they get started? You know, what direction would you send them in?
Yeah. So you got to have a story of recovery. And in that, you can go to the Georgia Respect Institute, and they will help you to start forming your story, and help and train you how to tell your story. Now, that's one way. And then another way is, believe it or not, is NAMI. The NAMI.org. They have things called like In Our Own Voice. And that's what I'm a part of. And it helps train you on sharing your story, your mental health story. Okay. But also, I have the ability to do CELI, which is share your story with law enforcement. Because when law enforcement comes sometimes to try to help in the situation, they don't know what to do. And seeing and being on the mobile crisis team, we sometimes have to call police and explain the situation and give them some on the spot training about how to handle someone with a mental health issue.
Right.
But me sharing my story with them helps them to understand that you can't go in there gun blazing and stuff like that. You really have to work with that person. And so that's another way of learning how to share your story. And from there, opportunities come. We always looking for people. And then another thing you can do is become a certified peer specialist or a CPS. And they have it in the mental health field, and they have it in the addiction field. And they can help you out with sharing your story, yes, but helping others in that particular area. And so I am a CPS with addiction, and I am a coach, not life coach, but a recovery coach. And so I empower individuals to work on their sobriety, if you want to call it that, but it's that journey. That's the reason why I got the lamp today, and it got the F, and it's like if I light the candle that's in there, it helps show the way.
That's right.
Yeah. So those are some things that the person can look at and get into. But the Respect Institute, Georgia Respect Institute, was how I got started.
Word. Word. Well, look, y'all, man, y'all heard it here on Blast Radio Atlanta, the Truth Session, man. You know, it's Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month. We want to make sure that, man, if you're feeling some type of way, you need somebody to talk to, man, pick up the phone, reach out, man, hop online.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to do,
Hey,
that's gonna help you.
Hey, we got a text. GCal.
Okay.
GCal, my GCal app. It allows you to text. It allows you to chat with someone. It's there. It's 24/7 for you.
Whatever way is easiest for you to get that off you. You know, pick up the phone and call, text, chat, video chat. You know,
they make it happen.
House calls. Okay,
they make it happen.
They gonna make it happen for y'all. So, man, make a promise to yourself today. And if you ever feeling any type of way that's just less than normal, you know, that you're willing to pick up the phone and you know, and do something about it. And that's whether you call a friend or you call somebody else who can help, or you call a relative or whatever.
Or call a professional if you need to, or call the line. I mean, it's people out there. Even the Trevor Project. They, you know, it's for individuals that it's going through a whole lot. That could be bisexual. They can be asexual. They can be whatever. But the
any part of the rainbow.
Tell it right.
Just any part.
But the Trevor Project is there. Y'all just don't know what is out there unless you look and find out. Please, ma'am, please, sir, don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Get the help that you need because it's out there. I promise you.
That's right, man. And do it today.
Do it today.
I think we can leave it at that. Hey, look, man. There it is. Wash your hands, wash your ass, wear a mask. They know it ain't changed. Ain't nothing changed.